Halo. Wow. Halo semua. Wait a minute. Let me check my audio. Are we good? Hello, Miss Hui. Hello. Welcome to my stream. I'm so sorry, if I'm kind of lagging. Internet has been playing with me since last week. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Oh, by the way, how's my voice? Is it too loud? All good? Hmm? Masih nyala reverbnya? Really? Hold on. Kayak di goa ya jadinya. Enggak, hari ini kita enggak joget. Enggak ada ya. Kita matikan dulu reverb. Alright. This should be it. Wah, kuru-kuru ya. Kuru-kuru. Daijoubu desu ka? Mina-chan? Oke. Kalau udah aman, if we're good, I'm going to do my intro a little bit. Itsumodori o kaeri nasai. Karmic Spirit Vtuber from VCafe Entertainment, who teaches English, Japanese, and Indonesian. I'm Hui Soteira. Very pleased to meet everyone. Welcome to anyone who just joined our class. Maybe there are some new kids. Very nice to meet you. I'm so sorry if I'm a bit laggy. I tried my best, but I cannot do anything about this weather, Halo kakak cantik, selamat malam. Selamat malam. Hello, good evening, Eri. Welcome. We're going to do the whole stream with English. But if you have any question, feel free to ask in Indonesia as well. It's okay. Yeah, no pressure. But use as much as English as possible. What am I saying? Use as much English as possible. Welcome everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope you're not having a too busy a day. With this weather, I mean, it's probably best to just stay and rest at home, don't you think? At this kind of weather that you want to lazing around, just goler-goleran. Goler-goleran? Goler-goleran is lazing around, rolling around on your bed. Tipsen. No, you're not allowed to do tipsen here. Okay? Everybody need to be a nice kid today. I'm busy, Hui, busy thinking about you. My body's still not well. No. I hope you get well soon. No. You should rest more. Yeah. Be careful, everyone. Please take care of yourself. Okay? Always bring your raincoat when you head out because the weather has been super moody this past few days, don't you think? So stay safe. And please try not to play in the rain, guys, okay? Even though I mentioned that I like playing in the rain, I'm still terrified of being struck by lightning, guys, and get sick, you know? So please, don't play in the rain. At least not don't do that these days. Okay? Hi Hui, hello. Hello. Welcome everyone. Welcome to my stream. Yeah, the weather sure is scary, eh? But after being attacked by the heat wave last month, I think, personally, having this gloomy weather isn't so bad. Yeah? I mean, of course, too much rain can cause, bigger damage than simply giving us enjoyment. But yeah, essentially, what I'm trying to say is that I prefer the cold over the warm. No BGM today? Oh, wait, let me turn it up then. There should be BGM. Alright, there it is. There's the BGM. Too loud? No? We're good? You guys said it's all good. Turns out it's not. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Is it good now? Is the BGM too loud or too small? Please do tell me. Are we good? Are we good? Hello world, I'm new subscriber. No, you. Welcome, new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome everyone. This is a safe place for you to study English, Japanese, and Indonesian. So, if you feel like you have more questions and all, you can just comment or you can join our Discord server. Link on my bio. Okay? You take care of yourself too, Hui, of course. I'll always take care of myself. Thank you. Tomorrow is already Friday. Yes. And what about it? What about tomorrow? What's tomorrow? What's gonna happen? Yeah. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. What was what were we talking about? I forgot. Hi Kahui. Hello. Selamat malam. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. Oh yeah. So yeah, I prefer cold over warm. You know, when you're like, when you're so cold that you start giggling and kicking your blanket. Yeah, I absolutely love that. I love freezing myself. What about you guys? Do you guys like warm or cold? Which one do you prefer? Because I always choose cold over warm, because even my drinks are always filled with ice. And after I finish my drink, I will eat the ice. Like krauk, krauk, krauk. I love it. Yeah. I love cold. I love raining season. Oh, but I've never seen snow before in my life. So you like being freezing? Yes. I like it when I feel cold. I'm not gonna read that smooth talk, okay? I like both, depends on the situation though. Well, that's true. That's true. Makes sense. Yeah. I really wish one day I'll get the chance to enjoy a proper winter, you know? I want to see snow. I want to play snowballs. I want to play balls. Snowballs. I'm snow snowballs. Yeah. Yeah, since especially since Christmas is coming soon, guys. It's only about 1 month away. Wow. I just love the Christmas vibes, you know. Just like in the movies. You know, that holiday feeling is the best. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, even though you're not part of the people who celebrate it, but you can enjoy the vibes, the warmth, everything just feels nice on Christmas. I do like the snow. Me too. I want to eat snow. Yeah, back then when it was December, I meant. Yeah. Back then when it was December, they would always air so many Christmas movies. Like that one film about a boy who left alone at his house. Yeah, Home Alone. Do you guys know that? Unfortunately, we don't have snow, but we have mud. It's not the same. It's like it's a completely different thing. Oh gosh. What do you mean we have mud? Well, we can do mud ball, I guess. I like cold weather because instant noodles taste better. That's true. That is true. Actually, speaking of instant noodles, I ate it for breakfast today because it's so cold here. Like it's been raining cats and dogs since dawn, and we can't really go out. So yeah, I cook instant noodles. Very good, very nice. I love it. Home Alone is classic. True, true. I always watch it. Even though like I've watched it hundreds of times since I was little baby. But I'm still gonna watch it. Cause it's it's the vibes. You see? Even though like you can you can stream it on YouTube or anywhere nowadays. Which is convenient, of course. But it's not always about the technology, I think. Like, it's about the feeling. It's the anticipation, the experience that made it different. Well, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I don't even understand myself. What I was saying. Yeah. Nothing wrong with instant noodle for breakfast. I mean, it's light and warm. Have you ever been a child? Hui child? Yes, of course. Of course, of course. Even spirits are babies once. I'm not immediately become this gorgeous, mature lady, you know. Even though I spent my entire life in a box, but still. Yeah, so that is what I like from this kind of weather. Yeah, it's always like this, yeah? Nearing December. It's raining season. Wait, let me see if I'm kuru-kuru. I'm not kuru-kuru, right? And TMI, I think I haven't told you about this, but I accidentally drank soap water like a while ago. In my defense, though, in my defense, I washed the bottle thoroughly and rinsed it like 3 to 4 times. But when I finally filled it up with ice water, it still tastes exactly like that one green dish soap you probably know. Yeah, you probably know which one I'm talking about. That one. So I drank it. I thought it was just like some. Or maybe I'm hallucinating things. Maybe just because I washed it. So, like, my brain's still thinking that it tastes like soap, but there's actually soap in the water. It's bubbling, guys. The water. Oh my god. I washed it properly, guys. I swear I did. How's the soap water taste like? It smells good. The scent. You know how that green dish soap scent? Yeah, exactly like that. And a bit bitter, I would say. Yeah. Not really recommended, guys. Don't try to drink that, okay? Why are you asking how it tastes like? No, you're not supposed to drink some water, everyone. I accidentally drink it. Oh, my internet. Me too, Niel. Me too. Same. I'm struggling with this internet. Anyways, I've talked too much, I think. You guys probably want to start studying, yeah? You guys probably cannot wait to start the lesson. So let's move to our lovely classroom. Be right back. Alright. We're back to our lovely classroom. Since you guys seems like you cannot wait for this, you're asking for this. So let's begin the lesson today. Welcome back, everyone. We're doing another English stream today. We're going to focusing on some more basics of Indonesian language. Since in our last stream, yeah, we covered the Indonesian alphabet, greetings, and self-introduction. Yeah, I always begin my language lessons with self-introduction rather than jumping into the proper grammar system. And why is that? Maybe you wonder. Because, yeah, if you're able to introduce yourself, telling people your name, where you're from, is immediately more practical than just learning vocabulary one by one. Yeah, you can put those phrases into use right away, and you will feel much more confident about talking and continuing to learn the language. That's why, to continue the basics, we're going to learn pronouns and numbers. Kururing? Wow, am I lagging? Am I kuru-kuru? 大丈夫ですか皆さん Melet-melet like you, Hui. Hey, kalian menyamakan aku dengan Kodomo. Komodo. Kodo. My name is Niel. I'm from Discord. Hello, Niel. Welcome, welcome. Very nice to meet you. Are you a new student here? Everyone, please take care of our new student. Okay? Everyone here is nice, Niel. So don't be afraid. No one bites. Okay, if you want to ask any question, please do in the comment section, or you can ask me on Hui's yapping channel. There you can discuss, and also you can share some resource as well. So don't be shy. We study together here, okay? Okay, back to topic. So we're going to learn pronouns and numbers in Indonesia. Okay, so what is a pronouns? A pronoun is a word that replaces a noun in a sentence. Yeah, same as English, Indonesian has several types of pronouns. But for today's lesson, we'll only be focusing on personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, and demonstrative pronouns. Since these are the most commonly used pronouns you'll need for everyday conversation. Okay? In English, pronouns are primarily concerned with grammar, like distinguishing between the subject, object, and specifying gender. Indonesian pronouns, on the other hand, are fundamentally concerned with social context and politeness. While Indonesian pronouns do not distinguish between grammatical roles, yes, Bahasa Indonesia does not have a separate category for object pronouns in the same way English does. They are extremely sensitive to the relationship between the speaker and the listener. This means if you're a student talking to a teacher, you must use polite pronouns. For example, saya as the safest option for I. And critical difference, how we handle you, while you means Anda. Yeah, it's a polite translation for you, Anda. Yeah, but we Indonesian almost never used when talking, like speaking to someone we respect or know by title, like a teacher or elderly, as it can sound too cold and impersonal. So instead, Indonesian system relies heavily on honorific titles. Yeah, and these honorific titles completely replace the pronoun. We can use title Bapak or Ibu. Bapak is Mr. or Sir, and Ibu is like ma'am or miss, instead of saying Anda or kamu. Okay, we're going to unwrap this in detail in the next slide. Here we have personal pronouns. Okay, ada saya, I, aku, I. What makes them different is the formal and informal. So usually in formal situation we use saya, like formal and safe. Always use this when talking to teacher, older people, or anyone you don't know well. We use saya, saya. And there's aku, aku, I. We use this with our friends or maybe people younger than us. We usually use aku. And then Anda, Anda, you. Kamu, kamu, you. Same as I. They are formal and informal. The difference is their politeness. And then there's he and she. We use dia. Dia. And we have they or we, mereka, or kita. Mereka, they, kita, we. Okay, personal pronouns are used to replace a person's name. Yeah, as we can see, like I, you, he, they, we. The thing about Indonesian's pronouns is that pronouns do not merely serve a grammatical function. It's an indicator of social status and intimacy. So unlike English, Indonesian pronouns are gender neutral, since both he and she are translated as dia. We only use dia. We don't have he or she. So whether it's they're a girl or a boy, we use dia. We don't have any gender. They're related. However, they carry a significant weight in terms of politeness. Like, you must constantly choose between formal and informal. For example, to refer to oneself, you can use saya. It's a polite and neutral form. Or you can use aku for friends or family or people younger than you. But if you make the wrong pronoun choice, you can easily be perceived as rude. That's why using pronouns in Indonesia can be pretty tricky, but it's easy to understand. So you choosing between anda and kamu especially, it's a pretty delicate part of speaking Indonesian because it deals with politeness and respect. Yeah. Usually foreign students always use anda when speaking to elders, teachers, or people they have just met. And you can use kamu to your friends, to your maybe people who are the same age as well. However, for this anda, if you're referring to someone with honorific title, as I mentioned before, you can address them with bapak, as in Mr., Sir, bapak, or ibu, Miss or ma'am or madam. Just use ibu, bapak, ibu. Or maybe you met someone slightly older than you. You can call them kakak, kakak. Yeah, by using these titles, you shows a higher level of respect and is considered the best strategy. Even for native speakers, I think lots of Indonesian people use kakak to refer someone who's older than them, even though they don't know them, even though they just met. Usually they just say kakak. Even when you go to like online shopping, you see Indonesian e-commerce live, I think that's what you call them. They be saying things like, boleh kakak, boleh kakak, dilihat-lihat kakak, mau yang mana, boleh di check out kakak. Like that. They be calling their viewers kakak. Boleh kakak, keranjang kuningnya kakak. That's how you use these pronouns. So be careful when you use Anda or kamu, saya or aku. Alright? And that's for personal pronouns. Here is some example. If you want some illustration, here we have aku, saya, I. Yeah, aku is informal, saya is formal. And there's you, kamu, Anda. Kamu informal, Anda formal. And then there is they and we. Mereka, kita. They, mereka, we, kita. And he or she, we use dia. Dia. This two, we can use it with anyone. There is no informal or formal form of this, so you can use it anytime. Mereka, kita, dia. Alright. Shall we move on to possessive pronouns? Here it is. There is also possessive pronouns in English, yeah? But Indonesian possessive pronouns are very simple and effective because they attach directly to the noun they modify. Unlike English, where the possessive pronouns like my, your, and his or her are separate words placed before the noun, before the object, Indonesian use three main suffixes or endings, yeah, that are placed after the noun. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I hit my mic. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't mean to slap you. I'm so sorry. Yes. Yeah, so in Indonesia, we use endings in the back of the noun. Suffixes like here. Hold on. We have my or mine. We use ku. And then your or yours, we use mu. His, her, it's, their, we use nya. For example, the word for book is buku. So to say my book, you simply attach the suffix to create bukuku. And to say your book, you say bukumu. Yeah, this structure is consistent and easy, so you can learn it quickly, I think. Yeah, you just need to add the word at the back of the noun. So if you want to say my pen, pulpenku, gitu kan? My pencil, pensilku, pensilmu, pensilnya. So yeah, that's how you use it. But you can also use formal form. Here I attach it also. So you put it also after the noun. But it is like, how do I say it? To highlight the ownership, to formalize, emphasize. Yes. Oh my god, it's so hard to find the right word to emphasize the ownership. So you say bukuku. Instead of bukuku, you say buku saya. buku Anda, buku dia, buku mereka. Like that. So it's a formal or polite form. Yeah. While the possessive suffixes are easy to use grammatically, they must follow the same politeness rules as the personal pronouns. You see, the suffix mu is informal, so you should only use it with a noun when speaking to close friends or people you would call aku or kamu. So if you talk using aku kamu, you use the suffix ku, mu. You can use those too. But if you're talking with saya anda, use the formal form. Buku saya, buku anda. Like that. So you need to suit the possessive pronouns with the personal pronouns that you use. So yeah. That is how the possessive pronouns in Indonesia works. Here is the example. My, mine, we use ku. Balonku. This is informal. Your or yours, we use mu. Kadomu. Kado is present. Balon is balloon. And his, her, it's theirs, we can use nya. Anaknya. Anak mereka. Anaknya. Like that. Alright, before we move to demonstrative pronouns, do you have any questions so far about personal pronouns and possessive pronouns? Feel free to ask anything. If you find it difficult to understand certain things, you can type it on chat. I will answer as much as I could. Is everyone still awake? You guys are not sleepy. You guys are not asleep, aren't you? Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna take some presents, yeah? Where is everyone? You're not allowed to sleep in my class. Wake up. Wake up. Hayaku. You're not allowed to sleep. Don't sleep in my class. We good. Okay. Nice. Okay, Sapi is still awake? Is everyone asleep? Other than Sapi? Good, we good. Okay, native. Legion is awake. Don't sleep, guys. I'm explaining things. I was definitely not sleeping. Okay. I'll trust you. Okay, we're going to continue, okay? Don't sleep. We have demonstrative pronouns. Yeah, Indonesia has a super simple pointing words. Yeah, pointing words is demonstrative pronouns. Ini and itu. So think of them like shortcuts for this or that. Sorry, guys. So if something is right next to you, we use ini. If it's far away, or across the room, or down the street, we use itu. You don't have to worry about plurals. Okay, we just use ini and itu for no matter how much the thing is. Yeah, ini works for this book, ini buku, and this books, ini buku, the same. No changes needed. You can use them right before the object, or just let them stand alone when showing something. Like, ini kopi saya, this is my coffee. Or just, itu bagus, that is good. Yeah, it's easy. No need to add more vocabulary. It's easier. And to talk about places, we just add a few short words to our core pronouns. We use di sini for here, and di sana for there. Yeah, you'll use this constantly when asking for direction or telling people where to meet you. For example, tunggu di sini, wait here. Or mari kita pergi ke sana, let's go there. Mari kita pergi ke sana, let's go there. So once you get the basic rule, yeah, it will be easy for you. Ini for close, itu for far. And you're all set to start pointing, you know? You can pointing, asking, and talking about your surroundings using this. Di sana, tempat awal aku bertemu dengan dia, tempat terakhir pula yang menyaksikan perpisahan kita. Like this Hui, try to use English. Try to translate it to English, so that people would know which one is di sana and which one is this, which one is there, which one is here, which direction you're talking about. So yeah, here it is. Ini, itu, di sini, di sana. Very easy, very simple, right? We don't need to worry about plurals. We can just use this for no matter how many the thing is. And here's the example. Like this. This and this. Ini. Ini obat. That, those. Itu. Itu UFO. Here, di sini. Tempatnya di sini. Tempatnya di sini. And there, di sana. Tempatnya di sana. Tempatnya di sana. That's how you use it. Are we good? Is there any question regarding the pronouns before we continue to numbers? Pronouns in Indonesia is not difficult, if I might say. It's pretty simple, and you don't have to remember, like, memorizing lots of vocabulary, since we Indonesian people don't really like complicated things as well. So yeah, I think we're good. I think everyone understand what I'm saying. So we're going to our next topic for today, numbers. In Indonesia, we have angka kardinal, cardinal numbers. Yeah, cardinal numbers are used for counting or indicating the quantity of items. They answer the question how many, and used when stating a total number of objects, people, or money. That is angka kardinal. Yeah, so we use it for counting quantity or amounts such as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Yeah, we use cardinal numbers for all the essentials, like daily tasks that involves amounts, not order, okay? Amount, not order. You can use the number when stating age. For example, I'm 20 years old. Saya berumur 20 tahun. Saya umur 20 tahun. Or giving an address, or discussing time and dates. For example, pukul 3 sore, jam 3 sore. And importantly, most important, when talking about money and prices, we use cardinal number. So essentially, if you're asking how many or how much, you are using cardinal number. We have some example. Saya punya 5 buku. Saya punya 5 buku. I have 5 books. And then there's 1, 1, 2, 2, 10, 10. Yeah. And last example, ada 3 orang di sana. We just learned the demonstrative pronouns di sana. Ada 3 orang di sana. There are 3 people there. There are 3 people there. Okay, ada 3 orang di sana. That is how we use angka kardinal. Angka. Number is angka. And then we continue to angka ordinal atau ordinal numbers. So ordinal numbers are used to indicate the order or rank in a sequence. They answer the question, which one in the sequence. Used to specify position, floors in a building, or sequential chapters or parts. Yeah? So this is ordinal number. Yeah, we use it for a position in sequence like first, second, third, and so on. Okay, in bahasa Indonesia, to form an ordinal number, we simply adding the prefix ke to the cardinal number, the regular counting number. The only exception is the number 1, which becomes pertama, first. And we use ordinal numbers when describing sequence like bab kedua, second chapter, and specifying floor, lantai keempat, fourth floor, or making a date, hari ke-10. Hari ke-10. Lantai ke-4. Bab ke-2. So if you're asking which one or what position, you should use ordinal number. Yeah, here I sums it up shorter. So cardinal tells how many. Ordinal tells the order. ya, angka ordinal sebutnya. How you call it. Alright. Next we have the table. Wait, let me grab a drink. Alright. Don't forget to get your drink, guys. Stay hydrated, okay? Okay, where were we? What were we talking about? Ordinal number and cardinal number. Yes. So here is the table for cardinal number and ordinal. As I mentioned before, that we just need to add ke in front of the number, the cardinal number, to make it into ordinal number, except the first one, pertama. We say pertama, and then the rest we can just put ke. Kedua, ketiga, keempat, kelima, keenam, ketujuh, kedelapan, kesembilan, kesepuluh, kesebelas, kedua-belas. Like that. That is how you use it. And this is 1 sampai 10. 1 to 10. Okay. I put them in the table so that you could learn it easily. Like from left to right, left to right, left to right, like that. And besides that, we have this. 11 to 19. So, we use the word belas after 10. Yeah. For 11 until 19, we use belas. 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Here it is, 11. Okay. So we use the word teen here, belas. Oh my god, sorry guys, I'm lagging. Hold on. But 11 is not one teen. This is just because it's 11, you know. 11, one teen. But we, the English is 11, okay? So don't get it mixed up. This is just one teen, 11. Yeah. And then we have puluh. Puluh is for 10. Yeah. So if it's 10, 10, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40. Yeah. So we use the word puluh. Yeah, and then you can just simply combine it. Combine the tens and the ones like this. 21, 22, 23. Like that. 32. We just put puluh and then the ones. The cardinal number. And then we have 100. Yeah, we use ratus, as in 100. Seratus is 100. And then we can just go like 200, 300, 400. And then we have 1000. 1000 is 1000. Yeah, 1000, 1000. Same as before, we can just add the ones in front. 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000. And then we have juta, 1 juta, million, a million, 2 million, 2 juta, 3 juta, 4 juta. So you just need to add the word behind the number. And I think that's it. Yeah, for pronouns and any numbers as well. So yeah, that's it. My explanation. Do you have any question regarding the pronouns and any confusion maybe? Maybe you don't get like, what does that supposed to mean? About the thing you explained earlier, I want to ask this and that. Go ahead. No need to shy. Because I will explain it as simple as I can. I'll try to explain it. Yeah. So here it is. Ada pertanyaan? Any question? Do you have question? Pertanyaan is question. Yeah. Ada pertanyaan? You can ask. Indonesia actually a really simple language, I think. Yeah. We don't really use any difficult system. It's super easy to counting, yeah, for beginner to learn, because the pattern we have is very similar to English. Yeah, you just need to memorize the basic number from 1 to 10, and after 10 we just start combining few keywords. Like for the numbers 11 through 19 we use belas, and then just 20, 30, and we have ratus, 100, 200, 300. So it's not a complicated system. And it's very convenient for you who just start learning Indonesian. So yeah. In English you have object pronouns like me and her, his, him. Yeah. But in Indonesia, we don't really change our personal pronouns to object pronouns. We don't have object pronouns in Bahasa Indonesia. So yeah. Are we all good, everyone? No further question? If you don't have any question, I'm gonna let you rest, since it's already nighty night. Hello Hui, hello Sylvester. Welcome. But we're about to end the class. Welcome. Well, I have a stream I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. An EN stream again. Yeah, it's a English class. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. Same hour, guys. Same time. At 9 p.m. Oh, wait. Why is it pitch black? Sorry, guys. I closed it. I closed the tab. So yeah. So if there's no any question, everyone please have a nice rest in this cold weather. Stay healthy, everyone. Make sure to eat properly, sleep properly as well, drinks a lot of water, make sure you're not playing rain. Let's see. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh my god, my brain's starting to twitching. Anyways, okay, so have a nice rest, everyone, and have a good sleep. Oyasumi nasai, otsuteira minasan. Bye bye. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Adios.